So I'm gonna show how to make damage to the legs. So I'm just gonna do Control 1, then Alt 5, grab that. This one here, and Shift, right click, multi-cut. These have to be closed first. Press G as in George, click and snap. Shift right click, multi-cut, click and snap, click and snap. Press G as in George, click and snap, click and snap. Good. Quads. Right click, object mode, shift right click, insert edge loop, option box, reset, relative distance. I want to make some battle damage, but I need to place the edge loops, like for example closer, like not like in the middle, but like closer to like here. There's a reason why, and also like here. It's basically what's gonna happen is that this and that, these act as like barriers for the cracks. And so basically shift right click, multi cut. From there what I'm gonna do is hide the damn grid, and then probably click and snap. I'm gonna go like around, I guess like around here. Then Control Shift, left click, Control Shift, left click, Control Shift. And click here. And then Shift, right click, multi cut. And then I think I did. What the hell did I do? Click and snap. Click and snap. Wait. Damn. What the hell did I undo? Alright, I have to pause the video again. I need to undo this, and this. Go back to here, shift right click, multi cut. Alright, so I had to pause the video one more time. It's a little bit tricky, but shift right click and hold multi cut. I'm gonna go, so there's the front, here's the right. I'm gonna go click and snap, and then a little bit down here, and then Control Shift click, Control Shift left click, and then wrapping around, Control Shift left click, Control Shift, Control Shift, and then click and click, snap. So let's go here to around, press W, then shift right click, multi cut again. Should I just do that? If I do that, never mind, I just do it. Click and snap, and I'm gonna click right around here, and Control Shift click, 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 click and snap, press W. Then here, object mode, shift right click, insert multi-cut, control, holding control, I'm gonna pop one right around here. Give it about this much, and I'll explain what this is for and what these are for. Right, object mode, control 1. In this view, I need to make a multi-cut, cutting straight down. So shift right click, multi-cut. So out here, I'm gonna go like from here, left click, hold the left click from out here, drag it, something like that. Let go. Press W to get out of the tool. That cut through the entire thing, sliced it through, but it has to be done from one of the orthographics. Anyway, so all that being said, shift right click, multi-cut. I'm gonna click and snap, and then click here, and then click here, control shift click, click, control shift and click, control shift and click, control shift and click, control shift and click. Just click anywhere on there, click and snap, press W. Alright, so now I can put the damage like this here and then like this here. Grab it, and then I'm gonna pull this way, pull this way, pull this way, but I'm not pulling on the Y. Pull this way, pull this way, little by little, pull, pull. Oh, that looks not too good. Pull on the Y a bit, pull this way out of it. That was a bit much. So if I don't put this edge loop here and here, if I don't put them there, what would have happened was that this edge that I was pulling in to show battle damage or wear and tear, if I don't have this edge and I don't have this edge, when I pull these, this whole section is going to get dented in, this entire section, and it looks really unnatural and just looks off. That's why having these, this is what I meant by they act as a barrier or border which stops it, because this subdivision here, right, it allows me to have control of only these to push it in. That's why it's a little bit tricky, so I kind of forgot how to do that. And then but then there's this massive one, right? But typically this, you'll be seeing it cutting across here and here. But to hide this, basically go face mode, grab the whole freaking thing, soften, harden options, set to 40, soft angles it, object mode. Why am I still seeing this? I shouldn't be able to see this. Oh yeah, right click vertex mode. I need to ease this. See, even though this is straight flat, this is crunched in too much, so I remember I had to go in, kind of push this back out a bit, push this back out a bit. It should ease it up, or not. Crap, all that. I made it 60. I swore why the hell is it still showing? I just freaking fixed that maybe I need to check that out a little bit more. Grab all that, apply. Now you can barely see it. Well, sort of. And then you grab this, this, and this. And then go on here. Drop that down to like 30. 30. Maybe I'll make that 40. Yeah, 40 looks nice. This was resolved before. Why is it? Maybe if I go back in, grab this, and this, and do that. Yeah, that seemed to have done it. Huh, that's even better. Huh, not bad. I like that better. I think I'll do that. With the UVs. Slightly damaged. It's not hard to fix. Grab those. Shift right click, merge vertices to center. Yeah, this is even better. Yeah, this, and this. Press G. This, and this. Press G. This, and this. Press G. This, and press G. Yeah, this is way more optimized. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is how it's done. Yeah, perfect. And then, yep, gotta sew this back in. Moving sew. Moving sew. Press 6. Nice. Slightly jacked up. This one. Moving sew. Nice. Yep, salvaged everything. This one. And this one. And this one. Shift right click, moving sew. Nice. Press R. Pancake it flat. Good. Nice. Alright. That looks very good. Huh. So, same process could be done. Control 1. Yep, see. Every couple cracks here, and just turn the table a bit, maybe a crack up there, but not too much, just a little bit here and there. And push it in some more. Yeah, nice. So, and then for the textures, alright, so to pause the video for a bit. And close this. So I'll probably, I mentioned about the textures, but it'll probably good to have if the legs were duplicated, it would kind of tell if the legs were duplicated around that it's been just copied, especially with specific dents. You'll end up seeing it. The best thing I think is to have the legs, but each one of them having a subtle difference of where the dents are and how deep the dents are, and then to get the legs so that have the legs all on one UV plot of land as a canvas. I think having this and this might not all fit, and you have to, the texture size, they call it the UV shells. Each island will have to be smaller. Each time each little asset is truncated smaller to kind of fit everything. Their texture space, allowable texture space, right? So each little segment or section, right? If you, how I just did now to make it smaller and smaller, right? That means less texture space to paint in, versus if it's like say this big, right? Let's say like this big or something like that, and you had like 4 of those individual legs, right? Maybe about 8 big. So 1, 2, 3, 4. At this size, it's still okay size. I mean, if it's like a 4K map, or I just say just go 4K, make it freaking huge. And then, but then if you're to try to share the same plot of land, right, all in one with the tabletop, these would have to be made even smaller just to fit it. You know what I mean? So which now means even less textures, and also the texture resolution size, right? These guys will have bigger, and these are much smaller. They're islands. See how big these squares are versus these squares. So even the texture, wood texture that you apply here, assuming that, let's say all of them are here, the wood texture on this one versus the same wood texture on this one here, if it's all sharing the same map, this wood texture would need to be shrunk to keep up with the same proportional size, because the islands or the texture shells are smaller. Hence the the texture itself, the wood texture would have to also be smaller to match the size of the shell of the UV. So that's why it's just better to get the legs all on its own map, have the table on its own map. UV shell, grab that and that together, press R, put in here, make it scale it bigger, 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 big, that. Yeah. Probably could grab both of them. Press R. Check it up. Bring that down to here. Grab that. Push that up there. As long as it's all hiding here, I can grab both of these. I'll go ahead and I can align and snap. Pop. No, not that. Just this. So that would be good. I'm gonna click on that. Turn off that. Bop, bop. So, what else? What else? What else? But these things were already made. The other tables, other legs, H there. So this is what I recommend. Don't make the dents yet, right? Just understand this is the, strategy, right? See how cleverly it just truncates it in this section, right? And then you do the same thing, like here or here. But before you apply the damage, wear and tear, first lay out the UVs like this, where so that whatchamacall, lay out the UVs so that they're frick. Make sure to put the bevels first, like here, like I did before. Then make sure to size them up and merge, move in so the UVs, like how I did for this. Then you duplicate the legs, right? You duplicate the legs, like so. For example, I'm gonna hide. I grab this, right? So let's pretend that I did not put the damage yet. Let's pretend that, and let's pretend that I did put the bevels, right? Like here, 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 and here. Let's pretend I did all of that, and I did lay out the UVs, right? So let's pretend we have that baseline. Once that's done, but prior to adding the damage, right? So I wanna make an array of this leg, since a lot of the work was done, and again without the damage. What I do is press D as in David, hold V as in Victor, I'm gonna carefully go in here, grab the yellow circle sphere, shuck it. God damn. Press, instead of V as in Victor, hold X as an X-ray, go inside. I still have the live pivot. Hold X as an X-ray. It'll allow me to snap it to the grid and grid only. V as in Victor will just snap it to components on the mesh. That's how I have to use X, snap it there. Once that is done, this is clean, no data. So I'm gonna just name this leg. And then I'm gonna go, there's the front, I'm gonna go edit, W switch option box, reset, everything's reset. I'm gonna copy it, since it's here, and the negative 1, because that's positive. Now it's gonna be negative reflection on the scale, apply. See, it brought that with me. That's why you see where you can see the pattern. That's why I was talking about doing it ready first with the bevels and the UV sewed, then individually go in, not individually go in, but to go in and do the array, and then add the damages individually. So as I did this and this, right, I'm gonna go make this back to just 1. I'm gonna flip it on the negative Z, X, Y, Z, minus 1, on the Z, 1, 1, negative 1, copy, right? Not an instance, but a copy, hit apply. Hit apply, there, see? So that's how you do the array. Control, there. Yeah. See, you could tell the pattern already. Yeah, see? So, any that, I recommend that. And the other thing too is I'm gonna bring in file, import, desktop, so this one.